Hi there, Aries. Welcome back. Alright, guys, let's get into this. Guys, I have been going through some kind of crazy depression and I just cannot get out of it. It is the worst. But, anyways, gotta keep pushing forward, right? Pray for me if you can. This has been like the third day and I just cannot get out of it. The moon is their first card, so we have the Lover's card coming out in reverse. Tell me more, Spirit, here for Aries. Okay, it does look like a choice, or this could be a choice, or this could be about a relationship. Something about this is being held back by fear, or because of some kind of illusion or some kind of confusion. Okay, so a situation is being held back, a decision is being held back. This could also indicate like hidden anxieties about a relationship or hidden anxieties about having to make a choice or a decision. Okay, Four of Cups is coming out in reverse and Justice in reverse. It looks like it's unfair for both parties. Okay, that's how I'm getting it. Like there's something going on here where it's just unfair for both parties. Both parties are losing out. It could be about, yeah. Okay. Somebody might have a fear of commitment. Okay, so maybe it's just the fear of commitment, settling down. Yeah. Or this could simply be feeling overwhelmed with too many options. You know, like you go to HEB and they got like 30, 40 different kinds of cheeses and you have to pick one. Something like that. Or feeling like you're just overwhelmed with too many decisions or choices. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. And it seems like it's a situation where it's definitely unfair to both. Okay. We have the Ace of Sticks coming out in reverse, the Knight of Coins coming out in reverse, Ten of Coins coming out in reverse, Five of Coins. Yeah, somebody's definitely feeling left out. Okay. And because of this energy of not making a decision, being on the fence, it does look like it's messing everything up. It's messing up everything. This might just be for one of you, okay? But it's definitely messing everything up. Tell me more. Somebody here might be wasting like a lot of time daydreaming. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're daydreaming about this relationship, no. But you could be lost in this energy of just daydreaming about the future, the possibilities that you have, something like that. Like somebody here is definitely spending a lot of time just daydreaming here. It could be you or it could be them. Somebody here is definitely feeling overwhelmed, okay? But somebody here needs to make a clear decision, like more action and less thinking, less dreaming. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. But it looks like, with the Four of Cups, it's like somebody's stuck in this energy but needs to come out of it, right? It's time to release that daydreaming phase or get out of that daydreaming phase. Or somebody's coming out of isolation. It could be very well like somebody's coming out of isolation here. Okay, so it seems like there's a solution here. something about giving too much or giving. Somebody here gave away their honey. That's what it is. Their honey. Honey. You know what I'm talking about? Their honey. Okay, so somebody here, and if this doesn't resonate with you, then leave it. Leave it for somebody else. But somebody here, you gave them your honey too quickly. Okay, and it ended up causing confusion. You slept with them too fast. That's what I'm saying. You gave them the honey too quickly. You know what I'm saying? So that's where this person is feeling like, oh, well, we can wait. We don't have to do this. We don't have to, so yeah. So for one of you, and I'm saying just one, that's what happened. You slept with this person too quickly, and now they're not going to commit. They're not going to push this relationship forward. As a matter of fact, I see it as like sizzling out, right? Everything's sizzled out. There's no passion here. It's all gone, okay? And that's for one of you. Now, for another one of you, it does look like your person's stuck in fantasy land. They just can't come out of it. And I feel like this is your person and not you. I mean, maybe you are too to a certain degree, but you do get up and do normal things, right? Like you get up and clean your house and go to work and go to your doctor's appointments and you still live your life, right? Well, this person is isolating themselves. So it makes me feel like this is your person and not you. Your person could, be a Gemini, a Libra, okay? Maybe Cancer or Pisces, okay? Yeah. It looks like so if this person is a water sign, I could see that with the water sign because water signs tend to do that quite a bit, right? They tend to like, go off into la la land and fantasize quite a bit and get stuck in their emotions. So I could actually see that. See right here, this indicates like a situation that is unfair, right? A situation that where somebody's not taking accountability for their decisions, not taking accountability for their actions, right? This is also blockage. A blockage of I want to say like creative energy or inspiration, right? And then over here, when you look at this, it's saying, hey, it's time to let go of the blockages. It's time to let go of holding back or being in isolation. It's time to let go of these things and go ahead and move forward in this new energy. With that Page of Wands energy, it's time to go ahead and move into this new energy, this youthful, exciting, creative, inspired, ready to go for it type of energy. It's time to let go of this stuff over here. This could also mean like, letting go of material objects, okay? Or, how I'm getting it is more like having an attachment to material objects, right? It's like being held back, being held down to your things. For one person here, and this is just for one person, you might be a bit of a hoarder, okay? Because of the energy being so strongly connected to where you can't have a relationship because you're too attached to your objects. So you're not having outside relationships, you're having relationships with objects. That's what it's saying. Okay, and that might be just for one of you guys. So just take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else, right? But this is what's holding you back, okay? It's just having too much stuff. Maybe those things are sentimental, which we all have sentimental things that we hold on to, right? I had my son's first diaper for years until I lost it. Actually, I had all my children's first diapers, but you know, it might sound gross, but we do that. I think we all do that. We all keep things, sentimental things, So I think it's time to go ahead and clean house, do some spring cleaning, go through things, see what it is that you don't need or use up what it is that you have. Sometimes we hold on to things because we're like, okay, we're gonna need it, but we postpone needing it. Like, I can't think of what exactly, but I know we tend to postpone needing something, and so we end up not using it because we're worried that when we need it, it won't be there, right? Spirit is saying to go ahead and use it. So I don't know why I'm getting candles as in my third eye. Somebody is showing me candles. Like, you might have a bunch of candles, and you're always thinking, okay, when I need them, I'm gonna have them, which is a great idea. Don't get me wrong. Candles are wonderful to keep. I don't know why I'm seeing candles for some reason. So you must have like a lot of candles. I'm thinking. I don't know, but it's giving me that kind of energy. Like, it's something like that. Spirit is saying to go ahead and enjoy the candles, maybe light one of them. Maybe that's what it is. You have a lot of stuff, but you're not really able to enjoy it. So you're actually having that energy and that time and that space in your life that you could be using to have relationships, growing relationships. You're spending it moving objects around, cleaning objects, dusting off objects, moving objects, things like that. Spirit is saying it's time to clean house. Okay, and this might be just for one of you. I do see this as, oops, I do see this as something that is definitely blocking your creativity. So I do see there is a lack of projects, or a project that should be, you know, worked on is not being worked on because of these objects and you isolating yourself. Now, for one of you, I see another reason that is going on around you. So if you are not having this attachment to objects, and if you're not going through that, well, then it's showing here that maybe you're having problems or issues with your boss, or issues with a family member or family members, maybe co-workers. It could be, okay, something unfair here, or simply maybe you're going through some legal matters, okay, some legal matters that are not working out in your favor, okay? And that's something that's holding back this connection here, and it's preventing you from starting a new project. It's preventing you from being able to move forward, okay? In your life. Because I do see here that ideas are coming to you, but you're not writing them down, Aries, okay? You got to write those ideas down. And not only that, but you're not acting on them. Okay, so the universe keeps giving you blessings. Like, here are these great ideas. Here you go. Here, these are things that you can do, and you're like, no, and you're just, turning your back on it. See, right here, turning your back on it. And if you are having family problems, this is even more support of family problems, issues. Feeling left out of the family, or feeling destituted, or feeling like, maybe for one of you, your family don't want you around, or you feel like your family doesn't want you around because of your financial stability, because of your finances. So maybe you're down on your luck, and you just feel like, well, if you get around the family, they might not want you around. Okay, and for one of you, it's actually true. Your family doesn't want you around because they feel like you don't have money. So do use your own discernment about that, okay? Because one of you, I feel like it's just in your head, and for another one of you, you're actually right. So yeah, and it's definitely something that's holding you back creatively, okay? Those negative emotions are affecting you. It's causing internal conflict, okay? Because that's what I'm getting here. Some kind of internal conflict here, preventing you from being able to move on. It's holding you back. So the advice here for you is that you must address what it is, right? Use your own discernment. What is the truth, right? It does your family don't want you around. They don't want you around because you don't have no money. Is it true? Is it something that's just in your head? You might want to test it to find out. Is it really that way? You know? Anyways, but addressing underlying whatever it is, right? The unfairness of a situation or the imbalance in a situation, you know? Maybe it's time for you to be more honest with yourself, Aries, okay? Or maybe it's time for you to take accountability for things, right? For things that you've decided, like putting your objects before your relationships, okay? Um, but you're gonna have to go through this, definitely. Spirit is saying you're gonna have to go through this before you can regain your creative energy. Before you can be able to start a new project. You have new projects. You have blessings around you. You're just not grabbing them, okay? Okay, I'm gonna dig deeper. I'm gonna shuffle these cards and we're gonna dig deeper. I wanna know what it is that you don't see. This is what's going on internally, but I wanna see now what it is that you don't see going on around you. And let's find out, is your family really like that? Okay? Let's find out if it's true or not, because we will find out. Knight of Wands is coming out, which is beautiful. Tell me more, Spirit, here for Aries. Seven of Cups, so decisions, choices, you being inspired. So this chapter is about to end, okay? Yes, you might have some kind of addictions around you. One of you needs to move. Maybe you've been staying in one place too long. Or maybe you just need to move your furniture around. Could be, might be for one of you. But moving would actually be really good for your mental health at this time. Maybe somewhere where you are at this time is not good for your mental health, okay? That's what I'm hearing. So where you are at the present moment is not good for your mental health. Maybe you're having problems with the neighbors. Maybe you're having problems with the relationship that, somebody that lives way too close to you, okay? Something in your energy, Aries, is definitely going to change here where I'm seeing where you're going to get this burst of energy. Maybe, you were stuck in that energy in the past, being stuck to objects or feeling like you're getting left out or feeling like you don't want people, people don't want you around, right? And you weren't able to like engage in your relationships. But all of a sudden, I'm seeing a difference, a huge difference, okay? Like you're going to come out of that, you're going to snap out of that, maybe talking about it, maybe me talking about it is going to help you to snap out of that energy of feeling stuck and confined. And so I see you as being fearless and adventurous and ready for something new, right? It's like you've been dormant, right? Something has caused you to be dormant and now you're coming out of that dormancy, right? Maybe letting go of the things and looking at your choices, looking at things with different eyes, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Looking at things through a different lens, you know? Sometimes it's all about our perspective. You know what I mean? Sometimes we can hold ourselves back by our perspective of things, the way that we see things, right? We could end up holding ourselves back, limiting ourselves, or if we change the way that we look at things, look at the world, our energy changes, and that's what I'm seeing here. Your energy is about to change. You're about to become very enthusiastic and ready to go and have all this energy and looking at I'm hearing like opening all your doors and looking in and seeing what are the possibilities, right? What are your choices? What can you do here, right? Now for one of you, you might have been stuck in a terrible relationship, a relationship that was obsessive, okay? It could be something that was obsessive, or it could be like you were feeling trapped in that relationship, or you were like carrying the weight of the whole relationship on your shoulders, like everything depended on you, which you were carrying the whole relationship on your shoulders, right? Like you're the person who had to initiate everything. You're the person who had to take responsibility for everything. So it was a very imbalanced relationship, okay? And it for one of you, maybe it didn't help that there was certain addictions that were causing you to feel even more weighted down. Like, for instance, maybe the person was a smoker and they were constantly expecting you to buy them cigarettes, right? Maybe they were a drinker, and on your way home, they were constantly saying, "Hey, can you buy me a case?" That kind of thing, and then it was $20 here, $20 there, and before you know it, the weight of all that pressure on your shoulders was a lot. So maybe that's why in the past, in the first spread I had, you were so attached to objects because you had somebody that was weighing you down with their habits, and maybe it was your habits too. So the combination of both of you having habits, right, or addictions was weighing on your shoulders. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So now you're in this energy of moving forward. Now it looks like maybe you're going to be letting go of some addictions for one of you because your energy will be shifting soon, where you are going to go into the King of Pentacles energy. Okay, so maybe you're going to go from, I rather say, like going from having this energy of doing everything by yourself to this energy of delegating, and spreading out the responsibilities, right? So maybe this could be with anybody. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be with anybody that's around you, and you telling them, okay, hey, it's your turn to wash dishes. It's your turn to make dinner. It's your turn to go get the groceries. It's your turn. You know what I'm saying? Like delegating it so not everything is on your shoulders. So you can stay in this energy of being enthusiastic, and you know what I mean? Because these kind of things are the things that will wear you down, right? So you might have younger people around you, specifically two younger people, okay? A fire sign and a water sign, okay? But they don't have to be. It just tells me that you have two young people or younger people around you who may be not really necessarily doing it on purpose. I mean, they just might think, hey, you've been doing it this whole time and you've been doing great at it. This is your part of the relationship, right? You do the dishes or whatever it is, right? And they just become accustomed to it. That's all. So maybe, speaking up and saying, okay, hey, I can't keep doing this. It's your turn. It's your turn to sweep. It's your turn to pick up the beer. It's your turn to pick up whatever it is, right? Whatever these habits are, right? Yeah, it's your turn to pick it up. So you're not carrying everything on your shoulders, okay? I am seeing healing being done with the star energy, so I feel like this is part of the things that you're going to be healing from. Not just that, but also being stuck in a terrible relationship where that person was obsessed with you, right? So I'm sure that there's drama there, right? Things that you need to heal from. And of course, you are healing from, right? Remember, with the star card coming out, that's hope, that's inspiration, that's healing, that's renewal, renewing something, renewing, having some kind of renewal, right? Um it also represents the material world as well, okay? It also indicates somebody who's innocent, pure, somebody who's very spiritual, okay? So remember that. So I feel like that represents your energy, being pure, innocent, and spiritual. I feel like that's you, okay? Yes. And also bringing balance to your life. So with that healing, you have the King of Pentacles coming out over here. So that is wealth, abundance, success, okay? So it's like you need to go ahead and go through this period of letting go of these things that's been holding you back so you can have this abundance and success, okay? And stability in your life. Now, here I'm seeing a new beginning, right? But the beginning is being held back by the lovers in reverse, okay? So there's a lack of harmony here, okay? Or there's a reluctance to make a major decision here. And it could be about a relationship, okay? So it's saying to go ahead and make a decision. You need to go ahead and make a decision because it's preventing you from having this success. You need to go ahead and tap into that energy and go ahead and make a decision. The sooner the better, okay? We do have the two of swords over here at the end. I don't know if y'all can see it in the camera, but you do have the two of swords at the end here with the page of cups energy. So it indicates like you need to go ahead and make a decision about that relationship, okay? So you can move forward and you be able to have how do I say this? Like a clear sight of where you want to go using your intuition because it's your intuition that's going to help you here. And of course, paying attention to your own feelings. I am seeing two new beginnings here that's around your energy, okay? In this reading, you have two new beginnings. You have a fiery, passionate one and one that's full of abundance and success and emotions, right? Because the Page of Cups is about emotions, new beginnings in an emotional way, right? So actions and emotions, the two ingredients that you need in order to have the success that you want. Okay, you will have success. I mean, really, this is actually a really good reading. I actually like this reading. I actually like this reading because it's talking about all your problems that you're going through, and then what you should do about it, right? So I kind of like that. The two of swords. I don't know why they have this drawing where her eyes are open and she's holding two swords, when actually this should actually be over her eyes, because the two of swords is more about using your intuition than it is, what you can physically see, right? But in this drawing, they didn't cover her eyes, but that's okay because seeing clearly, it's more important for you to use your intuition, right, in order to see clearly. Because sometimes our eyes can see something, but what we see is not actually real. You know what I'm saying? This is how con men get away with doing their conning. You know what I mean? Because we depend on our eyes. I actually heard of a trick that some people are using where they are dressing up like street laborers or people who work on the streets. They wear those big orange jackets with the reflectives on it, and they look like men who are just out and about working. Right? They look like everyday people, construction workers or something, and then they end up going in and robbing people. Okay, so they're using it as a disguise, right? So the thing is that our eyes can see something, and what we are seeing and processing is not real, right? So this is why our intuition is the most important thing here, okay? And of course, somebody actually did that. They used their intuition. They ended up calling the police on the street workers, and turned out, yep, they were robbing the houses. They weren't even working on the streets. They were just making it look like it. They were putting cones in the streets and making it look like they were going to do work out there. And no, they were robbing people. So somebody called it in, and of course, they got caught. So that's where somebody didn't allow what they saw to dictate what was going on, right? And that's what spirit is wanting you to do. Okay, don't use your eyes, use your intuition. Okay, don't let your eyes tell you what's going on. Use your intuition, use your feelings. Okay, use your feelings, your intuition, your healing, right? um yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Maybe you're gonna find yourself in a situation like that woman did, and you might have to decipher what's going on, right? Okay. Now, I am looking at this over here, so it makes me feel like there is definitely something that you're curious about. Okay, so whatever it is that you're curious about, Spirit is saying to go with it. Okay, so if you're curious about learning a new skill or whatever it is, Spirit is saying to go with it. Go ahead and start learning. Do it when you are feeling the most passionate about something. So you have to go with those feelings. That's something that's going to lead you to something better. It could even lead you to a better relationship, okay? Because I do see here that it does indicate like you're going to be getting out of a relationship, okay, with the other cards and this set that I have put over it, right? So it looks like for one of you, you're definitely getting out of a relationship where the two of you are just not seeing eye to eye. And, you know, it's just not going anywhere, right? So go ahead and follow this. There's something exciting here. There is this desire for you, like, or you will be going through this desire to explore. Okay, Spirit is saying, go ahead and explore. Go for it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Maybe you have a natural curiosity about something. Just gonna see what's going on here. Yeah, Spirit is saying you're going to love it. It's going to be a beautiful journey. Okay, so with the page of, I'm sorry, the Queen of Cups, that's going to be like a beautiful journey. That's what I'm hearing. So one of you, you might actually want to be going on a journey. Okay, maybe you do want to go on a journey. Spirit is saying, go for it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh wow, and you have the Emperor. So I'm hearing like you are the person that's going to make it happen. So whatever it is that you are becoming more curious about or wanting to explore more about, Spirit is saying go for it because you have the power. You're going to, the universe is going to give you the power that you need to make something successful. This could be a new project or something you're going to be very successful in, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this reading, guys. I hope this helps you in some kind of way, okay? Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is beautiful. I'm gonna end it with these two, okay? Because this is where you have the power, the ability, the energy, the wisdom, everything that you need, right, to get something off the ground, to get something going, and to having the success that you need. Okay. All right, Aries. Thank you for joining me. Catch me in the next one. Bye, guys.